Here, far below sunlight, forests of living tubes harvest the heat and poison of. Even in this darkness, hunger carves out a path, following the faintest trace of blood and heat. Around each vent, a fragile oasis forms, where one predator and thousands of small From afar, the vent field is a constellation laid on rock, each bright patch. Here, comfort is a narrow band between scalding and starvation, measured in the width of a single plume. The eel reads the broken stones like a map, tracing where yesterday's heat and panic have left edible clues behind. Every slow loop around the chimneys is a patrol, a way to weigh the risks and rewards of staying close to the only warmth for kilometers. In the larger darkness, these bright islands are temporary.
Down here, a single mistake is paid for instantly, and the sea does not negotiate the price. The worms answer every shift in water with a careful gesture, tending their inner gardens of bacteria that feed this entire community. Each circuit costs energy, but the eel repeats it, gambling that somewhere along this route there will be enough flesh to justify another turn. Beyond the last chimney, the world returns to bare rock and cold water, a reminder that this crowd...
Even creatures that never move still pay for their place here, down to each shredded thread of living tissue. Every hunt here is an equation. Each missed opportunity pulls the body a little closer to the edge, where movement costs more than it earns.
Food and shelter are scattered like islands, and any creature that lives long here learns to memorize the thin, shifting paths between them.
The closer a body moves to the center of this fire, the richer the feast can be, and Some hungers here move with such weight that even the dark seems to bend around them.
The shark measures the field from the outside, gauging which shapes are worth the cost of a single burst of speed in this endless night. Between the chimneys, the eel is both safer and more exposed, trading space to run for a chance to disappear into heat and confusion if the shark commits. From this height, the dance looks calm, but every slow circle tightens the net around the thin band of warmth where life can stand to stay. Down here, survival depends as much on stillness as on speed, on knowing when to become a shadow within other shadows.
The eel chooses a narrow corridor of rock, hoping that close stone and thick smoke will confuse the large...
As the distance closes, every smaller life form gets out of the way, leaving only those large enough to fight or to be taken.
Seen at this scale, the outcome looks decided long before the first lunge.
When the strike finally comes, it arrives not as a question, but as a blunt demand stamped into flesh and stone. The deep does not take sides. It simply records the energy spent, the structures broken, and the bodies that fall out of the fight. For a few heartbeats, even the hunters cannot see what their violence has made, only feel the weight of the water thrashing around them. It has not escaped unmarked, but for now the body holds together, and in this place, that alone is a kind of victory. The shark abandons the hard target and follows the easier scent of falling bodies, preserving the strength it will need for the next chance encounter.
When the silt clears, the field has changed, its bright pillars shortened and its edges torn.
The deep does not promise healing, only the chance to carry new scars a little further along the rock. Sooner or later, every survivor here must return to the same thin band of warmth and food, even if it is the very place where it almost ended.
The energy released in one violent moment now cascades down the food chain. The ridge remembers the passing of larger shadows only in rearranged rock and altered flows of heat, while the pattern of orbits around it begins again. In the shadow of shattered giants, new worms push into the same narrow strip between burning.
Every scar is a record of risk that did not quite go wrong enough. a history written where the body is thinnest against the cold.
What was crisis a short time ago has already become part of the background here, another adjustment folded in.
Seen from this distance, the vent is only a wrinkle